Yeah, the thing is, though, it has nothing to do with Germany. It has nothing to do with anything. It has everything to do with Hell's Angels and biker gangs and Nixon and JFK. And there were 3,000 Hitlers. So it really has no real history other than 1934, which is when JFK, Jimmy Carter, Nixon, and all of them came to power. And basically the heyday of the Hell's Angels, or the biker gangs, pretty much. The Nazi Revolution.
An 83-year-old bell.
Basically, a bunch of bikers were driving around on sidecars. It has really nothing to do with.
The town's mayor, Ronald
It's actually hit her.
has just resigned over the controversy created by the bell's recent.
It has no real historic significance at all. It's from 1934. Basically, it has to do with biker gangs and Hell's Angels. That's why it doesn't really matter. It's manufactured history. That's why we melted them all down.
Before the year Hitler came to full power,
he never really came to power.
Germany since 1949.
A bunch of Hell's Angels had a bunch of drugs. A bunch of biker gangs.
Artifacts. But Becker says
they ran around manufacturing history, fake history, to make it look like Adolf Hitler was, or the swastikas was something, but it really was nothing more than Nixon, JFK, and fake Kennedy, and biker gangs, and it's not really historic at all, unless you're talking about rape and a bunch of people running around in sidecars pretending to be Germans, but they're not. They weren't even Germans. They're actually people from Yale and Harvard.
With no outcry.
So, no historic significance, and basically just manufactured.
The village next to Herxheim and Berg is home to a retired teacher and part-time organist named Sigrid Peters.
So,
she's the one who discovered it.
Has nothing to do with anything, unless you want to count Nixon and JFK and Jimmy Carter and some biker gangs as something. But basically, ran around Germany shooting a bunch of people, raping a bunch of people, killing a bunch of people in the name of the fake father, Adolf Hitler. And he wasn't really anything. He was basically just some guy that they basically said, here, everything's yours. And gave him everything. And basically they raped and killed a bunch of people and basically set the city on fire pretty much almost. And it had to be rebuilt. Had nothing to do with anything. Other than Nixon, JFK, Jimmy Carter, and some bikers from the United States. It has to do with Yankees. And they actually ripped down another bell that was made of gold or something like that, or titanium, and they put that cheap piece of shit back in its place with the swastika. They took down the valuable bell, which was made of gold or something valuable, and they put up that cheap piece of shit. Yeah, they just went around, because the bells used to be made of gold and silver and really nice metal, real metal. So what they did was they basically went and took some cheap piece of shit pig iron, basically, or low quality brass, and they replaced all the bells with that, and then put the swastikas on it. They used to have stars or something like that, and they were made out of silver or gold. So anyway, so it has nothing to do with anything other than what they call the fleecing of the metals, or fleecing of America, fleecing of Germany. Basically, they're just cutting off all the good stuff out of Germany and stealing it and then melting it down and turning it into coins or whatever. And basically fake, no morals. They have all this stuff like moral leader and blah blah, and the moral leader was basically saying women give it up and submit to men. Submit to a male's cock.
Way to escape the fact that this has been
Anyway, yeah, there was no morals. There was no moral leader. It was like I said, the Nazi symbols, what they did was they just took down the silver bells and the gold bells, which had stars on it. There used to be a bunch of bells and they had stars on it, Lucifer star bells, basically. And a bunch of people said, "Cast out Lucifer," and they went around and they basically broke into these places, stole the silver and gold bells, because the bells used to be made of gold and silver, and were very beautiful and had a very nice ding sound, because I think they were titanium, gold, and silver bells. They're made of some very, very, very hard metal. Basically, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's titanium, gold, and silver, and a bunch of metals, which made them sound beautiful. They would go ding, ding, or something like that. They'd have this really nice, crisp, beautiful sound to them. And they're made of gold and silver, and they were beautiful, gorgeous. They were gold bells and silver bells. You know the songs, the Christmas song, silver bells, golden bells. All my bell towers had silver and gold bells, and they're also made of titanium too. They had titanium mixed in with it all, to give it a nice, crisp, nice, beautiful, long-lasting, long-ring sound. Instead of that ding, they'd go ding and resonate for a long time. Instead of that flat, blunt tone of dong, 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 like dong, 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 they give, there's more of a ding, ding, like very much in tune and beautiful sounding, gorgeous sounding. They were gold and silver bells with stars on them. Anyway, so basically, Hitler, or basically some bikers ran around, and they basically went and stole all the bells and tried to melt them down, then found out that they didn't melt so easy. So, because they're made of titanium, silver, and gold. Some of them were gold, and some of them were silver, and some of them they all had titanium or depleted uranium or something inside of them. They were beautiful bells. Anyway, so that's what they did, and then they put up these cheap piece of crap brass and whatever bells, which sounded like crap, and had the swastika on it, which no one ever really wanted to, like my bells sounded gorgeous. You could hear my bells for miles, and there's ding, ding. I forget what they sounded like. It has this nice, crisp, beautiful sound. And what they put back was these ugly piece of shit bells saying it's an improvement, and with the swastika. And it was a dong, dong, which is annoying to the ears. So my bells sounded beautiful and in tune. The new bells they put up didn't sound anything like mine. So anyway, but that's where the song Silver Bells and Gold Bells comes from. All my bells were silver and gold and real, and also made with titanium. So anyway, or Damascus steel or something gorgeous. It had a bunch of layers, a bunch of different minerals in there, which made them look very gorgeous. Anyway, people saw them, were like, because of like 12 karat gold, or like 8, I think it was 8 or 7 karat gold, I forget what it was, or 4% gold or something like that, and basically gave them this nice, shiny, long-lasting look. So anyway, so they took them all and melted them down and destroyed them, and basically took them out of the bell towers. And now they're gone forever. And that's what happened to them. And then they put those piece of shit bells back. Anyway, whatever. Just stupid. In the process, they also raped a bunch of women and basically shot a bunch of people. You can thank the biker gangs, the Hells Angels, and other people. Fake Hitler. Basically, Nixon, Jimmy Carter. It's what they did. So, anyway, whatever. The Vatican. The Vatican doesn't even have its gold bell anymore. They melted it down for coins. They melted everything down and stole as much as they possibly could to keep themselves in the rich lifestyle or whatever. They spent all the money and they couldn't hire mercenaries to protect them anymore. And eventually they were shot and killed or something like that, or just ran away. Anyway, all my clocks used to have gold. Instead of that cheap, crappy metal, it was made of gold and silver, and looked very much gorgeous. And this bell was gold or silver and titanium. And then they would have ripped that bell out a long time ago, because it's just it just reminds of the time when they took and stole the gold. That bell used to look like that gold, and then they just spent the gold, and now it's gone. And so are the bells, which were thousands of years old or hundreds of years old. Whatever. And other people would say that's why we don't have anything nice. Whatever.